All right, we're on. We're on. We're on. We're on. We're on.
Hello.
We
All
need to.
right.
We need to work out it better. Like I need to start saying like "Welcome to my ass" or something.
Into
You
my
know what?
ass.
I was thinking earlier. Did you guys ever watch Punked?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so remember like the beginning of Punked? They like at the beginning scene, they had like a guy talking like this evening on Punked, and it was like he kind of had like a dark voice, and then it was like a like very staticky. I don't know why I was thinking of that. Like we gotta have something like that.
Well, that would go in the intro. Like if I ever change up the intro, it'd be. But I just mean as far as soon as we come on camera, like I need to just say like "fucking welcome to Disco Ask Cool TV" or
Yeah, and then you need to have like an air horn. Just like yeah,
like a
exactly.
2004 radio station soundbite.
Yeah, like, welcome, and then it's like some just completely absurd. Yeah. Really annoying, super long.
I just found out that on the streaming service I use, I was saying there's all this like random generated music that I can use, and I'm talking like it's generic, it's AI generated. Like my options are chill, down tempo, chill hop. Hold on, tell me if you hear this.
Chill hop.
If I wanted to, we could have this running underneath the stream, but that's not the point I'm making. You just hit play. You just hit play.
Very, very low. It's very subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the back, but there's an option to upload your own music. So what I was thinking is, if I upload a bunch of fucking sounds, I could just hit play on whatever sound whenever, you know what I mean? Like
You should have like horror sounds, like some woman like being murdered. Like just
Well, what do we talk about that's going to justify that?
I don't know. Just like you could be like
criminal cases.
welcome. No, but like at the beginning when you're like, "Hi, welcome," and then it's like some woman screaming.
Yeah.
You should have like a woman screaming, and then maybe even like a woman moaning. Like that would be kind of funny. Just
That would be very
like an orgasm sound.
It would be very white zombie. I would have to I would want to clip it from like a 1970s porno.
Yeah.
I like I was talking to you guys about like I could play like I have this like expensive ass like Bluetooth like boombox thing. It's like a subwoofer, a speaker, whatever. I could like play it on key, but I don't know if it would sound good second. You know what I mean? Like it's not digitally being playing. I don't know if you could.
Yeah, it would be. We could try it out like off stream sometime. Yeah, we'll figure something out. I want to try. I want to try uploading a bunch of sounds onto here because I can upload a bunch of shit into this streaming. What I use for streaming, and like I said, I could just play it whenever. What it would mean is that I would be in charge of it though, and then so unless you guys find a way to make so it's. I would feel bad that I'm the only one that has the power to play the sounds, but
yeah, but you're like the host, so of course you would play it. You're the Howard Stern.
I control everything else. So just whenever Mark says something I don't like, I just sit there fucking hitting them.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what did you think of that fucking whack job that I interviewed for? Very weird, right? Very fucking weird.
That was a strange guy. That reminds me, I have a cousin who he's on Twitch now. I've talked about him before, but he used to do Stickcam. If you guys remember Stickcam.
Oh my god, yes.
My cousin's always been very like on a nail on the head with stuff. So he was on Stickcam pretty early on. And he had his two biggest guests where he had Katy Perry's keyboard player at one point, and then he had I don't know if you guys know who David Liebehart is. David Liebehart from Tim and Eric Awesome Show. I'm pretty sure we could get David Liebehart. I'm pretty sure I can message him on Instagram. He'll reply. I'm pretty sure if I pay him like $100, I can honestly get David Liebehart on here. I'd have to show you guys some of his stuff and see if it's he's very similar to the interview that you sent me, that you sent us yesterday, Mark. Hey, what's up, Protomax? So it'd be like that. He's a very eccentric guy. He's a puppeteer. He's an artist. He's a musician. I'd have to show you some of his fucking music. It's wild. But yeah, that could be cool. No word back from the fucking chimp abuser, by the way.
Of course. I mean, I'm thinking that your message went into her, unknown inbox.
Yeah, well, I told you we don't have a. I was looking up what podcast. I mean, I hate the fucking word podcast. I know that's what this is. I guess I call it a talk show, but when you send a press kit out, it's supposed to have like your demographics and your following and like, dude, we're not even like our demographics don't even necessarily show up on YouTube because we're still so low. I did learn that you only have to have 500 subscribers to monetize. So like if we get to 500, we can put on super chats, which no one's gonna give us money yet, but maybe when we have like 500, there'll be one fucking sorry sucker who will give us like $5 once in a while, and then we'll split that $5 3 ways, and we'll go try
For
not
like
to
a buck each.
try not to get too wild with it.
Okay.
All right.
The weird part is like that like interview I did was like weird and not even like great, and that's what got 3,500 views. Like, how weird is that? Like,
Well, he's one of those guys. I feel like no matter what you said, people are gonna. I mean, look at this fucking guy.
yeah, but like he's kind of like a has been. Like nobody really knows who he is, and like he hasn't posted in years, and he just you use the word Howard Stern, and somehow you get views. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know who I feel like would respond to one of your messages is Andy Dick.
I know a lot about Andy Dick because
50 cents.
he's been on some shows.
Yeah, he is banned from every single bar in my town. And yeah, like he used to hang out with my dad because he would just hang out at the local pubs. And then I remember one time, I forget who he's married to. Like his wife either like was seeing someone else or like left him or something. I don't know. But she like there was something going on where I think his wife was seeing someone even more famous. And I remember Andy Dick was at my dad's house and he was like crying and complaining and drunk or for whatever reason about like his wife being with so and so. And then he was like, well, what does that guy have that I don't have? And then my dad was like an Oscar. And he was like, oh,
He used to
okay,
be
you're
big.
right.
He used to be really big. What happened? Well, why did he fall off?
Oh, dude, I could send you guys. There's some YouTubers that I watched that have gotten him on.
Well, I went to school with his
It's pretty
kids.
fucking funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's very like, I don't want to say we could fuck up our entire like non-started career yet by having him on, but it would isolate like a lot of people would not fuck with us once we have him on, which I don't care. I would fucking have him on any day.
Explain that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Annie. What were you saying?
Oh, it's out who?
Annie. You.
I was saying that I went to school with his kids and they're interesting. I have a friend that's dating his daughter as well. And he's just like around, like he's just like a LA person. And you hear weird stories.
He used to be so big on MTV. He used to be huge on MTV.
Now it's just like, oh, that's Andy Dick screaming on the side of the road. Oh yeah, like he's kind of, I think like since COVID, he's kind of calmed down. But like the couple years right before COVID, it was like, oh my God, he's banned from another bar. Or like, I remember there was one time where these girls were at a grocery store near me and they were literally like getting into their car, putting their groceries away. And Andy Dick came out of fucking nowhere and like hopped in the car and was like, ladies. And they were like, what the fuck? Like he would do stuff like that.
His net worth is only 300,000.
And a lot of that is from a big source of his money now is he does Cameo. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It's
right, yes, yes.
That people pay him for cameos. He's
shocked.
He's gotten in trouble like sexual harassment allegations and a lot of stuff like that. I know for a fact if Annie can get him a bag of cocaine, he'll come on our fucking show.
What, dude? I want to talk to Andy Dick. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't know. I know you guys are like, all right, like he's a has-been, but like,
no, I want him on. Absolutely, I'll take it.
That would be. I mean, he's fucking dude. I used to watch him like when I was young, like on MTV, and I'd be laughing my ass off. Like his sense of humor is so like dry and like fucking direct that I used to think it was like hilarious. Like I don't know.
Well, I think
crazy.
He does respond on Instagram.
I'm gonna hit him up right now.
I think you should like send him send him a message, see where that goes.
I would straight up harass him and not even feel bad about it. Like I'll message him and be like, I'm gonna leave you alone until you come on.
I don't know why I get like Andy Dick mixed up with like it's a dude that's like
Andy Miller.
Daddy, would you like some sausages? Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Tom
you know
Green?
what I'm talking about?
Is that Andy Milonakis?
No, it's Tom
No.
Green.
Oh, okay.
Tom Green. I don't know why I get them two mixed up, but they're totally different.
They were all in that same vein of like strange humor back in
That
the
era, that
yeah.
same era, yeah.
And so was Andy Milonakis. I used to love Andy Milonakis.
You know who, like, okay, the kind of people that do respond and like would go on like our thing, very very obscure, but people that were on like 90 Day Fiance and shows like that.
Reality TV show stars.
Yeah, like I remember, funny enough, like years ago, Mark is not a real emo.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, it's Twitch. It's Twitch. Remember, we get the random Twitch.
Well,
I'm not.
okay,
Let me do the hair flip.
So years ago, before I was married, I was watching like whatever current season there was of 90 Day Fiance, and Mark is not a poser.
I am a poser.
Mark, we're gonna get to the email conversation in a minute.
Okay, so anyways, I was watching at the time whatever current season was playing of 90 Day Fiance, and they had this South African guy on, and I was like, oh, like, and in the show he like made it clear that like him and like his fiance like weren't doing well, so it's kind of like a just telling literally the world like, hey, I'm here. So I went out of my way and I DM'd him and I was like, hey, like, what's up? And he messaged me back like right away and was like, okay, so I'm going to be at this hotel like on Sunset Boulevard if you want to come through. And I said no. I guess like I had other plans when he wanted to hang out, but from what I've seen, from my own experience and from what I have seen with other people, is that like the 90 Day cast tend to respond, or just like those kind of like what's the channel that show is on? What is it called? TLC? Like the TLC people will respond. So like, you know, like Little People Big World. Remember that show?
Yeah.
Well,
midgets crack me up.
Yeah.
Look, you're the Hollywood connection. Why aren't you booking celebrities on here every
Who
week?
is this person?
I don't know.
Get Mark out of
Mark
the
out of the call.
I love
did
that he just clicked on this video and just latched onto Mark. Mark is the guy.
Yeah, unless he knows me.
Is it? Do you know Mark, or is it just because Mark doesn't have long hair? That's honestly what I'm getting for this. Mark doesn't have long hair. Okay. Okay, the emo. The reason emo is on the title.
India have real emos.
I love this. I absolutely.
A different person, but also Twitch. You can tell the Twitch comments from the YouTube comments.
But he's not emo. I don't know.
You're right. I never was. I just love that like music and that era and like that the golden age of that stuff. I love it. But I'm not emo. No.
So the emo thing is, yeah, Vans Warped Tour is apparently coming back. They announced it. Kevin Lyman is going to be like dealing with it. It's gonna be put on by Live Nation though, which is kind of like the first red flag. It seems like Live Nation has a fucking monopoly on like shows nowadays or festivals. Just let it be. Just let it be. Hold on.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. It's funny.
I know. I think it's hilarious that he's just latched on to you.
Fuck me.
Wait, give me. What about me? Say something about me. I'm getting jealous.
Oh no, it's cool. He can roast me. I mean, it's pretty funny. I don't even know who this is.
So yeah, I think it's gonna suck. I think it's gonna become. It's just gonna be the When We Were Young festival. It's like, I think it's gonna tour. Somebody was saying they're betting it's only gonna be like 5 dates in California. They haven't announced whether it's gonna be like. Disco Rob seems pretty emo and respectable in the field. I definitely was emo. Back in like 2009 through 10, I could have had sex with your girlfriend, no problem.
Are you reading these?
I know it's a little wild.
Well, I guess we should start putting emo in all our titles from now on.
I like the guy.
I am a scammer.
I like the comment that says.
I like elder emos are cool, man. Elder punks and elder emos are cool people.
We gotta stop saying elder emo. That's one of the things I'm gonna get to. It's so fucking worn out. First of all,
I do have something I want to say on the emo music when you're done.
Yeah. So no, I was just saying, yeah, no, we're all old too here. We're all old.
What the fuck?
Mark talking about elder emos like you know. Okay. Yeah, I'm also worn out. Oh man. Okay, so Warped Tour is coming back. I think it's gonna suck. I'm curious to see if it's gonna be a full nationwide tour like it used to be, or if it's just gonna be like fucking 5 dates in California once a year. I bet you they came back because they saw what When We Were Young Festival is doing, which I fucking hate When We Were Young Festival. Dude, the emo nostalgia thing is so old. I'm tired of it. I've been meaning to ask my mom. We should get a different third.
No.
What
Okay, so
the
this guy
fuck?
clearly knows you.
Hey man, this is where I'm gonna be like, fuck you, man. Fuck you.
I don't think he knows Mark. Get rid of Mark. This guy is, dude, I love Twitch. This guy is a fake emo poser, scammer, liar. Oh, what's this? Man, Twitch is going off today.
What are
you guys?
your
No, what the fuck is going
favorite
on?
things about Mexico?
The girls, the burritos, and that's probably it,
Cocaine.
honestly. Okay, yeah, we'll take that. Last band I seen at the last Warped Tour is Under Oath. Under Oath is great. Have you heard their newest song though? They just put out a new song that seems like the fans don't really like it. I'm not too big of a fan. Oh, see, it's just dissing you all around. Oh man, these are really flying.
What's your favorite kitchen appliance?
What the f- going on, man?
Oh no, this person's
All right,
asking someone else in the chat. The chat is talking. Okay, we got a fellow friend.
We gotta just ignore this.
A regular face. Pop punk bands are not emo. Yeah, no, emo. Emo could be any like genre. I mean, first of all, I hate the word emo. I only use it so people know what I'm talking about. I also don't like the word grunge. To me, grunge and emo are bad words. Can I give a request? Yeah, sure. I don't know what you want to request, but I'll do it. Whatever the fuck it is. We have emos in Mexico too. I believe you. What do you guys call them? Do you guys have a certain word for it?
Is the beautiful white woman planning to come down to Mexico?
Yes, we are actually planning a field trip for Annie. She will be in Mexico next month. My request is that
Mark leaves.
That request is denied, but we will be sending Annie to Mexico. That is the request that is accepted.
Shut the fuck up.
Foreigners, all the foreigners love you, Annie.
Clean Air Bunny is by
Love
Horse
you.
the Band. I've never listened to. Is Horse the Band a real band? I mean, I can't play copyright music on this.
This is popping off tonight, huh?
Yeah, we're putting emo in all the titles from now on. Okay, so let me get to it. The emo nostalgia, it's fucking old. It's played out. I've been meaning to ask my mom if when she turned 30 was nostalgia like marketed to her like incessantly.
Wait, hold on. Mark doesn't just have a job, he has a career.
Yeah, and I'm sitting in my brand new house right now.
Yes, we don't need to keep defending. All right, okay, I will check out Horse the Band.
We gotta ignore them. We gotta ignore them.
That's funny.
A career as posing as a fake.
Dude, this guy is getting good. How did you know that is actually Mark's career? He makes probably 6 figures a year just posing as a fake emo. Wait. Posing as a fake emo. That makes no sense. That would be that he's a real emo and he's posing as a fake emo. I think that's a double negative.
Shit's funny.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. What are you guys not tired of it? I'm tired of. I mean, first of all, I get tired of this shit like that I got bullied for in middle school, and then like it comes back one day and it's cool. You guys can also respond to these comments in the chat. Mark would do well down in Mexico. Oh hell yeah, he would. Mark belongs down in Mexico.
This might be somebody I know. It's got to be somebody
I think it's somebody you know.
Who do you know that's on
100%.
Twitch?
I don't know anybody, but I share the fuck out of your page on Instagram all the time.
How do you know they're coming from Twitch and not YouTube?
I can see. It shows me an icon if they're from Twitch or YouTube.
Oh, okay.
That's why I know you guys can't see it, which is kind of stupid. I wish this thing would show you, but
Freaking you out, man.
Post-hardcore is better. Yeah, but well, first of all, the question with post-hardcore is all these annoying subgenres get so confusing. What do you actually consider post-hardcore? Like, give me 3 post-hardcore bands. When I was in high school, post-hardcore, we were totally wrong, but we called bands that were like open chug breakdowns post-hardcore. Mark, gonna come down. I have a beautiful niece for you.
Dude, I will take you up on that. I love Mexican food, and like I hear the cocaine down there is puro.
Chiodos is a great band. I fucking love Chiodos. Seosin, also a great band. There's a girl on Facebook that I constantly hit on.
Good. Good shit, dude. Back in the
Yeah.
day. High school days.
Even today, I listen to Seosin and Chiodos. I like how he just says Mark can't name 3 bands, not 3 emo bands, not 3 post art, just 3 bands at all.
You're right. I
Oh,
don't
I
even know
love
music.
Fugazi.
My mom loves
I
Fugazi.
love Fugazi. That's a good one.
I love
but-
Glassjaw though. Glassjaw is one of my favorites. Mark has
Yeah,
never.
I don't know this guy. There's no way I know him because none of my friends or people I associate with would be this persistent. Like,
This is true. You've got one buddy that's always in chat, and he's kind of a once in a while.
you got to put it the roast of Mark in the title.
Can Mark do a 360? There's a 360 right there. Okay. So finally, fucking comments. What do you guys think? Are you guys not tired of it yet? Like the just every time you go on Facebook and Instagram, it's Elder Emo this and fucking Warped Tour is coming back, and all your bands are going on 10-year anniversary tours and 15-year anniversary tours. And can Mark do a fit check? I'm tired of Mark.
Okay,
Mark
so
just
I
stand
do
up
have
and do a
something to
spin for
ask
my niece.
though.
Yeah, Annie, go ahead.
So I actually had a conversation with someone yesterday about this. So they said this makes no sense to me because we have been listening to this since we were kids. They said that the kids today are listening to this new genre called Midwest emo.
That's not new. That's been around since.
That's what I said. And then they played me a song, and I was like, we've been listening to that kind of music for 20 years now. That's not new.
That's kids thinking it's new.
But yeah, so I was confused. Like, are they being moronic? Like, what's?
Yeah, no, that's just
What is
TikTok kids
that?
thinking that TikTok was like the beginning of all time. It's by the way, Midwest emo is not the best. It's fine. There's some bands that are fine. I hate the way this platform does the chat overlay, but we're gonna leave it like that just while they're flying. I don't like modern baseball at all.
Mark, why is it doing that? It wasn't doing that before.
I did it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's pretty
Just
cool,
because
actually.
the comments are flying, so I'm just gonna let it sit like this for a minute.
Okay, can we not? Like, it's okay.
Yeah,
You don't like that?
It's like so annoying.
I know. I don't
Really?
like it. I want a chat that just goes over the like.
There we go. I like that. That's good.
All right. Well, then
Funny, we only have 3 viewers on YouTube, but we have all these people on Twitch.
Well, there's not a lot. There's just like 2 or 3 people being consistent. Here we go. Yeah, Midwest emo sucks. Yeah, very, very rarely do I find a band that they would call Midwest emo.
I remember. I can't name any like bands or songs, but I do remember listening to that kind of Midwest emo music, and it was always about singing about like Ohio or Texas, wanting to like
Ohio
is girl.
Ohio is big with the kids today. Just ask
yeah,
What about like AFI? You guys ever listen to them back in the day?
I loved AFI.
I think of like an emo band. I think of them.
Beautiful white woman has the best opinions.
That's the case in almost every case around the world.
Thank you.
If I watch the stream on YouTube instead, will Mark be on? Yes, we actually simulcast, but Mark is not in the YouTube stream. So if you go to Disco Acid Cult TV on YouTube, you will not.
I'm sorry. You hate me so much.
I boofed to AFI. Yeah, AFI rules. If the big AFI question is, do you prefer punk AFI or December Underground and afterward AFI?
Punk AFI.
See, I like both, but December Underground is it's a no skip album. December Underground is an album you can listen to front to back. Mark just DM'd me and said he hates you guys.
Yeah, I definitely don't know this person, but you're funny. I think it's funny.
Girls Not Gray is a great track.
Girls Not Gray, dude. That song is amazing. I love that song.
Look at that. 0013491. Mark does know a band in a song.
Have you ever seen so they did a tribute to The Cure and AFI does
Just
I
Like
forget
Heaven.
what song. Yes, and it's fucking great, dude. It's great. It really is.
They're a really good one guitar player band. Jade Pudgett, very good at, it's hard, it's damn near impossible to carry a band with one guitar, and Jade Pudgett does it very well.
Yeah. And Marilyn Manson hosted that whole special. That was a good one.
The Used, I don't know. The Used is The Used is probably my favorite band of all time. And no, it was AFI that did The Cure. Fall Out Boy is also one of the last great. Yeah, it was. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Yeah, AFI did The Cure. They did Just Like Heaven on MTV.
Yeah, and
in front
really
of The
good too.
Cure.
And he like as he's singing, he like points to Robert Smith, and Robert Smith like gives him like the nod, the head nod.
Shoegaze was really big when I was in my last band in like 2012,
For
2013.
sure, great. Thanks, man. You too.
With shoegaze, you just got to find the right bands. There are a couple bands that are really good with like the whole shoegaze genre, but my bad. I mean, it's not your bad. I probably sound like I'm being a dick.
Oh, you don't post the Mark, you're a great guy comment? Well, come on,
Oh,
Rob.
mom jeans.
I hate mom jeans. I have a friend that knows that they're from like Berkeley. They're local to us. or
I
to me.
saw them open up for the chats like maybe a year or two ago.
Title Fight
Mom
is one.
jeans. Mom
Title-
jeans, like. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Title Fight's one of my favorites. I saw them in Santa Cruz back in like 2013. I think it was Title Fight. I saw Pianos Become the Teeth, Single Mothers, and I think Title Fight was there.
Am I thinking of the right band?
The Jesus looking guy is so good at
Oh, mom
conversating.
jeans.
Here's the Jesus looking guy. Is it?
That's you. That's you.
No, I'm just trying to reply to all these comments because we're getting. It's funny that we always go on stream and we basically prepare to just talk to each other, but we never prepare for what a stream actually is. Like in a successful stream, it's comments the whole time and
hanging out.
Why didn't you offer up your Mexican niece to me though? So I'm a little bit curious about that.
She's a chubby chaser. She wants me.
You want Annie to go to Mexico to see you. You said you got a niece for Mark, but what about
Dude,
me?
I want to come down there. I'll do a spin for you. I'll do a twirl for you. If you want to see.
Because I've never listened. Give me a song by Varials. I've never listened to Varials. I'll check them out. The Used is the best emo band of all time. Or they're like my favorite band of all time. The Used.
Felipe Esteban Chavo. I love Mexican food, dude. You guys have like amazing culinary stuff down there.
Stigmata. Okay, I'm gonna write down Stigmata by Varials right now. I'm gonna write it on my white Rockstar can. Oh, dude, The Used is the first band I ever saw too. In 2008, for me, I saw them in Stockton, California. The show is actually on YouTube. I met the band for like very briefly. You know, they did like a signing where you get sign autographs. Even in like 8th grade, I could tell that Burt McCracken was on something. Oh, you saw fucking Taste of Chaos, though. I'm very envious. Taste of Chaos was always a really good. Oh, 5. That wasn't that like The Used and Census Fail, and I could be totally wrong. I know that was a really big AP magazine. I used to always keep up on that shit because of AP magazine, which was like, I miss magazines, first of all. 30 Seconds to Mars and Aiden. Oh, I'm freaking out now. Yeah, I loved Aiden. We have no love for Stockton in the chat. Glockton, that's pretty clever. I've never heard that.
I digress here, but Annie, you said, did you tell Rob about how like your husband met the dude from Anthrax and like
Yeah, Scott Ian. He's working at
I looked up like I'm a big Meatloaf fan, and like to see his daughter and like that whole thing, like that's pretty cool. That's pretty wild.
Oh,
you guys are gonna gonna go to dinner with them. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do, but yeah,
That is so cool though.
I'm
mean,
waiting
fuck.
for them to text me. They texted me, so we'll see.
Her dad and her husband are legends. Like it's pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah, it's like super weird, but that's what happens when you live in
That
LA.
is so cool. Yeah, your husband has a cool job. Like the fact that he gets to meet those kind of people.
Well, he does he's an electrician for celebrities.
Yeah,
So
you were
it's
saying
like
that's awesome.
he does like everybody. He built all of Ellen's homes and he does the
Ellen DeGeneres?
Yeah, he built all of her homes.
I hate her. I hate her so much.
She's really mean. She's really mean. That's
Here's she, like-
that's a known thing.
She needs like adrenochrome to survive. You know what that is?
No, what is that?
You never heard of that, Rob? Adrenochrome? Like they celebrities take it out of children and they eat their adrenaline glands so
Oh,
that they can
God.
stay young.
No, I was gonna say, explain this to me, but while you're explaining this to me, can this person in the chat get a little bit more? What do you mean you were in Camp Rock? I fucking loved Camp Rock. If you were actually in Camp Rock, I want some proof. I want to hear about this. Yeah,
This Camp Rock show.
Ellen DeGeneres being mean is kind of the funniest thing that happened when that all came out, because you know, she certainly plays a nice lady on television.
Why does Kim Kardashian have to insert herself into everything? It now the Variety says Kim Kardashian visits Menendez brothers.
Shoot, we
Or-
don't have.
They're
well,
relevant right now.
She's like a lawyer. Remember, she's like a lawyer that gets people out of prison.
It's I guess because she was on the last season of American Horror Story, which Ryan Murphy directs, and he has made the new Monster show. So for some reason, she has decided to.
That's her job. Do you guys not remember that?
Yeah, no, I know she's a lawyer, but I guess also because like during that time, you know how her dad was O.J. Simpson's attorney. I guess like he was kind of involved with that as well. So she remembers what happened. I don't know. It's kind of strange.
Where should we have this guy post the proof? He needs to post a picture of himself in
You
Camp
can email it, right? He can email it to me if he wants, or you, or whoever.
Are you willing to go that far? Well, if you email it to us, I'll pull the shit up right here.
I don't care. He can put my name on there.
No, I would just do mine. Just do discoacidcole@gmail.com. No TV, just discoacidcole@gmail.com. I'll actually, you know what?
How did you get in the movie? How did
He said fuck no.
Okay, yeah, see that make it a little bit easier. Fuck, we're very unprepared for shit like this. We don't have a Discord. Actually, I do have a Discord. Let me look. I have a Disco Acid.
You do have one. I was in it.
I've never pulled it up. Okay, yeah, see, I wouldn't. Yeah, no, it's all good. Let me pull up my Discord, and I've never pulled up my Discord on my computer.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
It was filmed in my town. I don't think he'd want to say that if he doesn't even want to say his name.
Right.
How do I get people in Discord? What's your dude? I don't know how to do this shit. I'm so old. What's your Discord name? I've got my shit pulled up on my phone. Give me your Discord name. Where's the garage?
Oh yes, I love the hives and the stripes.
There'll be a garage rock revival, I'm sure.
Canada, cool.
Okay, Ontario.
Wait,
okay,
you are a glass maker, glass blower?
Globstar glass.
I love that shit. If that's what you do, that's cool. It's cool art for sure. You ever see that? People that blow glass? Yeah, it's so fucking cool as hell. It is so cool. It definitely takes talent to make good pieces. That's awesome. You're welcome. My friend used to do that, and then he became like a fucking meth head, and he just would blow meth pipes. That's all he would make. I'm like, dude, you used to make this cool shit, and now all you do is like make meth pipes. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, that's probably where most of the money is, right? If you make good pipes, you could sell.
No, like he became a junkie and just made them for himself. Like, that's all he did.
Well, I mean, you save money that way.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what? I don't even know how to invite people to my fucking Discord. Like,
we believe you. We believe you.
I think you can just add into it. That's what I did.
Like, people can just look up my Discord?
That's what I thought happened. Like, I remember when you created it, I think I typed something in and joined.
Yeah, but I posted a link.
Did you? I'll have to pull it up and see if I can find it. If I still have it.
We're changing the name of the stream to Old People Trying to Figure Out Discord. He wants to send, yeah, the man wants to, I believe you, but I do want to see the proof. I'm curious.
Yeah, weed pieces are fucking cool. Some of them are so intricate, it's amazing. Like, I seen one, it was like a pirate ship. Like, how the fuck do you guys even make that? Like, something that detailed. It's amazing.
Do you have an Instagram that doesn't have your name? Like, what else do you have that doesn't have your real name that you'll send shit to?
Yeah, Instagram would be easiest.
There's $1 million rigs.
Oh, here it
Yeah,
is.
it's pretty wild.
Okay, yeah, Instagram. Is that a yup for the Instagram? If it is, send it to Disco Acid Cold TV. It's all just one word. Okay, yeah, I'll look you up. I'll do that.
I'm gonna follow you if that's okay, bud.
Yeah, Mark is really into stuff like that. He'll rep your shit. Not that we've got anyone to rep to, but we're working on it.
Okay, so on Discord, what you do is you click add friends and then you type in the username.
All right, I just followed you.
Oh yeah, this guy's legit, dude. It's cool. Scroll down. He's got
What
some
are
cool
we
shit.
looking for? Globe Star Glassworks.
No
He's got
either.
a fucking like monkey, like a primate. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to see.
Here it
The
is.
camera sucks. But he blew a glass bowl. It looks like a monkey.
Yeah, I'm
Pretty
scrolling
cool.
through. It looks really cool. Do you object to me putting your Instagram on the screen right now, just to like show, so we're not just looking at Mark's phone? If you object to it, it's totally cool. I would act like we're repping your shit to an audience, but there's like fucking 4 viewers in here, so. Oh hell yeah, we got that message here. We're getting some
Very
proof.
cool.
We're getting some proof of this
Very
Camp
cool.
Rock shit. Dude, Camp Rock, dude. I loved Camp Rock when I was a kid. I mean, I still do. I had a crush on a girl in like 8th grade, and she was really into the Jonas Brothers. You know, she was popular and I was not. And when I found out she was into the Jonas Brothers, I of course had to get into the Jonas Brothers. And you know, I do have a soft spot for like real pop music, like Disney pop music and shit. So I still like the Jonas Brothers. I still go back and listen sometimes. But yeah, that is why I got into the Jonas Brothers and Camp Rock and all that nonsense.
You say Camp Rock, I think Fraggle Rock.
That's
No,
great.
Camp Rock was great, dude. That was like prime.
I'm gonna message Andy Dick right now.
Just say, what are you going to say?
Say, hey man, huge fan. Me and my friends are doing a podcast. We would love to have you on.
I wouldn't call it
Very-
a podcast. Maybe call it something
what
a
would
little
you
more
call it?
enticing. Like
It's a talk show, dude. I got the
we're
picture.
doing say like a YouTube talk show.
I like that.
Would you want to join sometime?
Dude,
Antonio Calamari, how you doing?
can I pull up your young face on screen just to show everyone you're like right behind Demi Lovato? Bro, did you get to smooch with Demi Lovato behind the scenes or something? Like what is this? All the girls were high as shit on coke. Yeah, I believe it. I believe all those Disney girls were. And Demi Lovato's talked about it. She was like fucking, dude. I would have loved to have done heroin with Demi Lovato back in my prime. You guys, you got to check this out, dude. This is like my new favorite shit we've ever had on this fucking stream.
Wait, he's sending a picture? Where is he? Is that him there?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the long hair.
Holy shit. That is him because his Instagram, I just looked, that's the same guy. That's wild. That's cool.
Emo rap is the worst fucking thing that's ever been invented. It needs to be hung in the center of the town square.
The worst thing that's ever been invented is the country rap bullshit.
Oh well, yeah, but I don't even consider that like a thing. And you know, when you turn on the radio and you hear country music that has like the rap beats by, it's stupid. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we got a real celebrity in the chat here. Honestly, dude. Yeah, that's fucking Demi Lovato back when she was I mean, I'm old now. I don't think I can say Demi Lovato back when she was hot anymore, but...
Very cringy, but because you're cool, I'll say it's all right. Wait, Annie, your friend, Clowncore. Here's a guy for her right here.
Oh, my friend Kira. Yeah. Are you tall and skinny? That's what she likes.
Yeah, Annie knows like Hollywood babes. She can hook you up. I'm still waiting for my hookup for the girl that lets me sleep on her couch and drink and cheat on her and tell her I love her.
Yeah, that's my Clowncore friend.
Oh, so we gotta fight it. Well, this guy was in Camp Rock. He just beat me. Like,
well, oh, that's like the same height weight as Rob.
I'm literally the same. I just weighed myself like a couple months ago, and for the first time in my life, I hit 150, and I'm 6'3".
You're 6'3", dude. Your pictures make you look shorter than you are.
I'm 6'3". Did you not see that freakish picture of me I posted in like high school? I've been 6'3" since
Wait,
like 8th
who,
grade.
who
seen
has
him.
longer
I seen
hair
him.
though? Who has the longest hair? Rob or this guy?
My hair's shitty quality though. My hair's kind of dead. I need a trim. I looks like I have longer hair than this guy as of right now, but he has a hood on in the picture that he sent me.
Yeah, fuck you, Rob. You're probably the kind of guy that could eat like 3 Big Macs and be fucking not even gain a pound.
very luckily ripped for no reason too. So I'm not luckily ripped, but it takes me like a month to start getting lines in my abs. If I started, I worked out for like a year one time and started growing abs, and now I'm back to just I'm skinny, but I could have abs in like a month.
I eat fucking 2 fucking Twizzlers. It goes right to my ass. The fuck.
Show them me pick now for redemption. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll pull up your picture. You guys are gonna laugh because you guys are. I swear, if you guys try to say this looks like me, I'm gonna be pissed. Because this is like white guy long hair discrimination. When you guys are like, "Oh, that looks just like you." This is our celebrity friend.
Oh wow! Well, he looks like you, Rob. So
I don't think he looks
be
like
a
Rob.
tie for her.
Why such a long face?
What if we just share the girl? Are you? I mean, or is that weird? Is that like a strange thing? But I mean,
He might
Passive
be intrigued.
metabolism's like a hummingbird. Yeah, fuck you, Rob.
all we want the girl for is to like pay our bills and shit.
Huh.
I got that in high school. Sometimes I would get Vic Fuentes. I always got a mix of sometimes Vic Fuentes. I would get Ashton Kutcher, and then at one time for a very short time, if I had my mustache just right, I would get Orlando Bloom in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wow, Orlando Bloom, dude. I see it. I see it. Give me your best pirate impression right now.
I'm terrible at impressions and accents and everything like that. I have a terrible voice. I have a terrible voice for talking on YouTube too.
I have a face for radio.
See, you have a voice. I smoke too many cigarettes. That's why I'm constantly clearing my throat and having to pull away from the microphone. Like, give me your best, Frodo. Frodo is a man. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings in years. The first time I ever ate a weed cookie, though, I saw The Hobbit, and I remember kind of like freaking out in the theater for a while.
That's a cool movie to go see when you're high, for sure.
It was a classic situation of like I ate a cookie and it was like it's not working. You know, it happens to everyone. He looks like Curious George. Don't offend our new buddy. This guy right here, his favorite author is also Anne Frank. So take what he says with a grain of salt, no matter what he says. That's my favorite moment so far of the stream. Is that Anne Frank is this guy's favorite author.
Antonio Calamari is brutal with the those type of jokes.
All right, who's going first on age?
We're all. I mean, Mark, are you in your 30s? I don't even know how old you are.
32, but I look like shit.
You're 32?
I look like dog shit. Yeah.
I thought you were in your like late 30s.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you trying to tell him? What are you trying to say to him?
It's okay
I look horrible, Annie.
Because Nick is 30 and he looks like he's in his 40s. It's like tradesmen always look weathered as fuck.
I mean, I seen the pictures of him. He doesn't look that much older.
People always ask if he's 40, and it's.
Yeah, I partied.
I had no idea we were all the same age. Okay.
I'm 31.
I gained a shitload of weight when I quit doing drugs. So
this is a pretty good one, though. I'd start telling people you're an NFL coach for sure.
Thanks, man. Even though I don't watch football, I appreciate it.
I would take that. I would take NFL coach. You should start running around your town just calling plays on random people.
Yeah, Annie, you look like you fucking 32. You look like shit.
No, I actually just thought that you were older.
No, I know. I'm just messing around.
You guys already know. You guys already know. I want to talk about this. What are you doing?
Yeah,
I did heroin for like 3 or 4 years, and then I did fentanyl for probably like half a year. I've been off.
What kind of drugs?
I've been off.
What kind of drugs?
Yeah, we got to know. We got to know. I've been off the junk since COVID. I don't have.
I'm gonna say. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I always have to explain because people always say, why don't you have a fucking date? Because everyone has a fucking date. I don't have a date because I don't give a fuck about a date. I don't celebrate my sobriety. It's not a big deal to me. Since COVID time, I graduated my program like over FaceTime, over Zoom with a phone in front of my class. Sports ball is trash. Yeah, sports ball is pretty trash. I have to agree.
I agree.
I think we've all we've all had our
Tina. See, wait, weren't we talking about this? Tina is meth. We were talking about this on this post.
Okay, so you guys are both uppers. This is you and Mark. This is all Mark and you. I've never
Right. This is me right here. So let me ask you, what made you switch from coke to meth? And meth is so much more fucking dangerous, dude. It sucks.
Yeah, see, I've always been
I'm sorry you fell back into that. I feel for you. Tina is meth points finger.
It wasn't a switch. She said he used to do coke after at the same time. Wait, so what do you mean it wasn't a switch? I thought you were saying you switched from coke to meth, or did you just do meth once and then you started doing coke? Yeah, see,
meth.
a couple before they got sober for 7 years.
Sorry to hear that, man. I hope you could find some peace and sobriety in your life through that. I've been through the ringer with the exact same thing you're dealing with, and it sucks. It's not good. Meth will keep you up for days. It'll take everything from you. I went through NA personally, and I hope you could do the same thing and help you out. NA is a great resource.
I remember I had to do NA meetings for a few months, and
Right.
it's like weird. I mean, it's cool. I'm very jealous of people that it works for. I did stuff kind of I'm more stubborn, so I just kind of like powered. Oh, that's a game changer.
It really is.
That's like a whole game changer. Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
A. Because like a big part of the reason I was able to quit is just because it's just like after doing. I know we have different drugs of choices, but just after doing my shit for so like I'd go broke. That's like when I would quit. I'd go broke. I'd lose my job, and it would just be game over. And then finally one time it was game over, and I just never went back to it. That's really all that happened. So
They're
dude,
not your friends, dude. I'll tell you right now. Anybody that's giving you meth or any kind of hard drug is not your friend, dude. That shit will ruin your life. It took everything from me.
is that a thing with uppers? I've noticed that. So with heroin and fentanyl, you do not get that shit for free. You do not give away because it's But I've noticed that with uppers, people seem to share more often.
I To be honest, dude, I know up downers are like a more physical addiction, which could be so much more detrimental, horrible. But like uppers, it puts you like it makes you like you're so much more friendly and like social and like you're like, oh, like here, you're my best buddy. Let me give you this. Or like you ever do Molly before? Like it makes you like you want to be like it fills your serotonin. So it makes you want to like be generous and friendly. And I think that's why uppers have that, you know, stigma. Tell you right now, man. I, I mean, I know it's hard, but if you could find some kind of resource, I don't care if it's like a doctor or a therapist or whatever, get yourself help with it because I've been through it and it will ruin you. It will ruin it. You have a talent, dude. You can blow glass. You have a talent. You have a type of thing you can do for work. It'll ruin you and it'll take all that away from you. It sucks.
Yeah, I don't want to be the negative guy here. It might just be a case of the stereotype of like once you hit rock bottom type shit.
Yeah, I hate to sound like the fucking camp counselor here, but I've been through it, and you seem like a cool guy, and it'll fuck you up if you don't stop.
Yeah, no, it sounds terrible, but it really might be a case of you're just gonna have to keep doing that shit until you can't anymore. Because I mean, again, different drugs of choice, but like I literally ruined my life. Like it's been like 4 or 5 years, and I'm still in like the worst fucking position. I'm on YouTube with like 4 viewers right now. Like that's
Yeah, but at the end of the day, dude, like you're not a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like you are sober. Like you could tell you're a good person. You're not a scumbag. And like drugs make you a scumbag. So it's not even like I mean, it's your fault for doing them, but it's not like something that you can really control, you know,
a
after you've
barrier that
done
you
it.
can't cross. Are you saying like you're never gonna hit a rock bottom, or are you saying that you don't ever want to? What is the barrier? Because you'll cross a barrier. Like that's the thing with drugs is you'll say you can't cross a barrier, but dude, I crossed a fucking. I stole money from like at the time my like 5-year-old sister's piggy bank. Like you'll cross a fucking barrier.
What about you, Annie? Have you ever done any hard drugs or just weed or what's your deal?
I did drugs in high school, but then I just got bored of them.
With the shit girl?
That's like the luckiest shit. I've heard people say that. It's like, oh, I just did it.
Like,
It just was fine.
well, I used to do like a lot in high school, and
Like
then
what? If you're comfortable
like
talking about it.
I mean, like just like a lot of uppers and like just everything. It was kind of like people had it, so I'm like, let's do it, let's do it. And then as I got older, I'm like, okay, it just like it felt boring to me. Like I would, we would do like Molly or something, and then it just kind of felt like this is stupid. We're adults. What are we doing? Like I have things to do. And
Like Rob
then
said,
I just like grew
you
out of
matured.
it. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's like literally, like I would say, like, yeah, after high school, I was like, okay, whatever. That's it. I just lucked out and never had
No,
that
I don't.
problem of wanting to do more.
I don't think you lucked out. I think that like what Rob said, like some people can just do drugs and turn it off, and some people can have to do drugs and like keep continuing to do them.
Yeah,
Uh,
I,
yeah.
I
I
can't
mean,
do
I
it
wouldn't I
worse.
wouldn't have thought that like in high school, because in high school it's like myself and all my friends, it was like it was just so much fun. You thought like, okay, this would never end. Why would you ever stop this? And then as I got older, I was like, all right, this is boring. Like on to the next thing. So
I've only left this comment up because I was going to say, that I'll never allow myself to. It doesn't matter what you allow. Like again, I don't want to be the negative guy, but like honestly,
but then okay,
keep doing it, and you'll just fucking like. I
so
was never going to allow myself to do a million fucking things, but it just
I have to
usually
go to the
happens.
bathroom. I'll be right back.
okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I will say though that like this comment about your dad overdosing, see, that's also another contributing factor for me, is that my dad has done drugs over the years, and it's just been like the bane of my existence. Like it's just so much therapy and trauma because he just won't, listen. And so that's also a contributing factor of why I'm just like, drugs, ew. Like, why?
That's
So,
a lucky thing though, because that's not
but it
everyone.
but it like it sucks. It sucks to have a dad that is on drugs.
Oh well, yeah.
It's like it fucking sucks. So, but yeah, like when you were high and people around you are like, you need to get better. It's like that's me to my dad, except my dad is like, I'm fine, leave me alone. And then he has like extreme anger problems. So then he will like lash out. So
If you're saying why have you been luckier than your dad? Is that what you mean? Like I always wonder what was better than like why are you still here but your dad didn't? Like is that what you're getting at? Because that's just luck of the draw. Honestly, that's just the cruel
Yeah.
game of life. Some people try a drug once and die, and it's just
Sorry about your father, by the way. That sucks. That's a
I
detrimental
was just
loss when
like,
you're so young.
oh, I didn't know which dad you were talking
No, I meant
about.
him. Yeah.
Okay.
well, both dads. I mean, if you guys, yeah, if you want to be,
Everybody's got dad
I
problems.
didn't hear your I was peeing when you were
I
talking
I
about.
just said that another contributing factor to me not wanting to do drugs is that my dad has like done a lot of drugs over the past 10 years, and it's just been so trauma and drama filled, and so that's why I'm like totally not into it, because
See,
he's not willing to face his own truth and like get better, and so it's just he's caused so many problems in my life.
I've met so many people that say the same thing you do. Like they see their family go through it and they're like, fuck that. So like I've seen my dad's side of the family go through it and it did not deter me at all, which is
And
horrible.
it's like crazy because my dad's like 70, and he like won't face like he won't, I think he can't come to terms with like his aging. So he is constantly like I think he hit like, his midlife crisis years ago, and then was like, I don't want to die. And so now it's like he's always partying. He'll call me up and he's like talking so fast about like absolutely nothing.
You know
And
why, yeah.
then it's like he will stay, like he'll call me out of the fucking blue, and then he'll say, Annie, so last night, like I was up till 7 a.m. and I was partying with so and so, and just telling me like a huge, like a completely useless story. And I'm like, okay, you done? All right, I gotta go. Bye. And it's just, and then I think like because of the years of abuse, it's caused like, especially in his old age, it's caused like brain damage. So now like he permanently will like talk really fast, and he has these like extreme like bipolar anger episodes. And then every time like I've tried to bring it up, he will like shut me down and get really angry, and he's like, leave me alone. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It's just annoying.
To this one really quick, I was gonna ask the guy. Yeah, I think a lot of people probably are in this position. Or do you talk negatively about your dad? Like, if I sit here and answer your question and say just because he was a dirtbag, is that like, are you on that page, or are you still on the page of like, that's my dad? Like, no matter what, I still loved him. And because I want to know which way we should go. Should I sit here and tell you that your dad's a dirtbag, or should I try to go the other way? I mean,
Wait,
I
who?
was
This guy's dad?
yeah, he was saying his dad.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
yeah, his dad. He never his dad never, his dad wasn't a dad. He went out and did drugs, and then it sounds like he overdosed. So
right. Yeah, I get where you're going with this, Rob, because like I know it sounds funny. It's not a child, and it has like you can't even compare the two. But like my dog, like when I was doing hardcore drugs, like my dog, I was like, yo, I if I die, this dog has nobody to take care of him. So I would look at that as the same thing with a child. And even though you're in the throes of addiction, you have to overcome that to be like, I have a child. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. So I think, okay, if you don't talk about your dad positively or negatively, then yeah, I would just say like, I know you question why did he prioritize drugs over you? Because actually, I guess I don't want to say because he was a
I know where
dirtbag.
you're going with
That's like
this.
that. Yeah, that's like the easy way to go about it. But okay, so this guy's also a dad. Yeah,
Right.
and you
But
probably
you,
sorry,
sorry.
I would imagine you are like around your kid and take care of your kid. So I would imagine you're doing better than your dad. Uh, that's another massive part. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this stream is taking
Sorry
a
to
whole
cut you off, Rob. My bad.
No, 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 go ahead. You're probably better at this stuff
No,
than I
no,
am.
no. I'm over here drinking, so I'm interrupting you. Sorry.
No, no, it's all good. Yeah, fucking A, man. I mean, I don't know. Everything I can say is cliche. It's just like addiction sucks. Like it's a bitch.
Right.
I do think you're gonna hit a rock bottom. I don't know. You're talking about you're never gonna allow yourself to. Rock bottom doesn't care. Rock bottom reaches up for you. It doesn't wait for you to come down to it. Like it's gonna pull you there.
Rock bottom does not discriminate. Ask me how I know.
Yeah, no, I was never gonna lose the girl I loved. Like I was never, gonna get her hooked on drugs. Like there's a lot of stuff I was never gonna allow to happen. And before I knew it, I was like calling her mom at fucking 4 in the morning, telling her like, yeah, I need to go to fucking rehab. And no, rock bottom doesn't care. Its hands are gonna come up and grab you. You can avoid it, like you can duck and dodge, like fucking dodgeball. If you can dodge rock bottom, you can dodge a ball, but you can't dodge the ball forever.
Only thing I'm gonna say, man, is like it sounds like you do want to stop, which is a great thing. Most addicts don't want to stop. They don't care. You're out here talking to us on some random stream about you want to quit and it sucks and you know it. Do yourself a favor, go out tomorrow and go take the step to getting help because you'll thank yourself next year or next week. You'll thank yourself, dude. Trust me. It sucks. It's not that easy, but you will thank yourself.
Dude, and if to tie it all back in, I mean, it sounds like Demi Lovato did it, right? You can't let her win. You know what though? Actually, I hate that. I can't lie. This is gonna sound like kind of an asshole move, but I hate when celebrities talk about like the struggle of them getting clean because it's like I would have had an easier time getting clean too if I had millions of dollars to kind of go out and distract myself, but I had to come back to my mom's house and like die in a bed for 2 weeks. That's how I had to do it. I didn't have a 5-star hotel to get clean in, like
Right.
Demi Lovato probably did, or like Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue probably did, or like Courtney Love did. It's
So true. They had the endless resources and money. It's so much harder to do it as a normal person.
dude, what's the first band you're gonna put on after this? That's the question. Yeah, no, it's a lot, Like I said, celebrities are allowed to tell their story and like they should encourage everybody to get clean. But yeah, it's a lot different. Like like if Demi Lovato Oh, dude, Boys Night Out. Hold on. They have a song that I really like that I only discovered like recently. I think it's called Waking. Hold up, I gotta find it. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. I think it's called Waking. Yeah, it's from the Trainwreck album, and it's I don't want to get copyright. I don't want to get copyright stuck. Yeah, Waking by Boys Night Out is like one of my favorite tracks. I was very late to the train with Boys Night Out too. I only listened to the Make Yourself Sick album. Okay, I have to check that album out. I've only listened to the Trainwreck album, so I will check out Make Yourself Sick, and I will think about you when I'm listening to it, my man. They're from my town. Yeah, it sounds like you came from a cool town.
Canada's pretty cool, man. I've looked into like moving there, and it's very expensive. That's the only thing that sucks.
I like snowy places. I've always wanted to go to like a snowy place
Me
in
too.
Canada.
I lived in a snowy place, so it's cool.
Oh yeah, does it snow where you're from right now? Oh, by the way, I sent you. Again, I always hate talking about like planning for future episodes and person like stuff. I sent you the microphone. It should be there in like 5 days. I'll send you the tracking
Dude,
number once it's on.
I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you.
Dude, like I
This
said, to me, it's like an investment in. Yeah, hell yeah.
dude, man.
If you're taking off, man, thanks for stopping by for sure. And always, we're on Wednesdays. Usually every Wednesdays we're on. I don't know about your time zone. California time, we're on at 5. We're on at 5 p.m. Wednesday nights. Saturdays are sometimes, usually Saturdays, we're talking about movies, but tonight we just did like a full stream. Yeah, fucking amen. Wednesdays and Saturdays, we're always here. And I always enjoy the drug talk. It's kind of like my weird coping mechanism for how I've been off the stuff. So yeah, anytime,
Yeah,
man.
man. Keep on fighting the good fight, dude. Good luck to you.
Mark, though, what were we just fucking saying? The microphone. Yeah, no.
The microphone.
Yeah, no, I just think it's again, like I said, I now consider this a fucking team. This is a trio effort, but like I said, I'm the one that started the channel. So I feel like I should make sure it's I don't want to say like at the quality that I want. That sounds like condescending. I see it like as and then like I said, dude, I have another backup mic that's like more. I spend money like a motherfucker on this stuff. I started podcasting and I bought like 3 microphones in like 2 months.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. And at least, like I said, at least let me pay the shipping for it. Just message me on Instagram and tell me what it is, and I'll send you Venmo. I know you're not working right now, so definitely it'll help you out. So
Yeah. I'll message you. All right,
thank you.
yeah, of course. Let's do a very sloppy segue. And Annie, you should tell us about you should tell us about the Menendez brothers murdering their parents. There is going to be a good moral question at the end of this that I think is a interesting one to ponder. So yeah, tell us.
Okay, so what do you guys know, first of all? Do you know anything?
So I know very surface level, but the last things I ever watched were the last documentaries and like videos about it that I ever watched operated on the assumption that the father did not do anything bad to the kids. The kids killed their parents because they wanted all the money.
So, okay, so my information just kind of comes off of like watching the trials on YouTube itself, and then the show that just came out, and then like fact checking the show and the new articles. So what's interesting though is like the show came out, and then of course like the actual guys are like completely upset because they just, they think it's absurd. But then like when you fact check it, it's like, well, like what's absurd? Like they're not being specific about like why they're pissed, which is confusing. And a lot of it does seem like truthful. But basically, yeah, so they killed their parents, and they said that it was because they were molested pretty much up right until they did it. And there is a lot of evidence showing that they were molested, because family members have come forward and said, oh no, the boys were talking about that like years before, and other family members like saw abuse. And then I think as of like last year, they might reopen the trial because this other kid that was working with the dad, because I think he worked for like RCA Records or something like that. He said that the dad had molested him when he was like 14. So now they're trying to use that as like new evidence. But I mean, we'll see. So, but so then anyway, so there's like two parts, because what happened is they went to trial, and they went to trial the first time, and then what happened is they used like the self-defense reason and explained all of, you know, the molestation and all that. And then from what I gathered, it was like the jury couldn't come up with an answer because the women believed them, but the men didn't, because the men thought that boys don't get molested. So they couldn't come to, you know, an answer. So then they had to have another trial like 2 years later, I think. But then because they used the self-defense reason the first time, they couldn't use that the second time. So they got fucked over the second time, because in the second trial, they just kind of kept bringing up how, well, they did it for money, and then they were showing all this other evidence. So it kind of seemed like a bit of both. But from what I gather, when you are traumatized like that for so many years, and you're in a family that has like billions of dollars, like, I do think, yeah, you're gonna spend a lot of money. I think it's a bit of both from what I see, is that they did do it because they were afraid of their parents, but then they also were, you know, had access to a ton of wealth. So why wouldn't they be spending a ton of money? What do you think?
Um,
I
so,
don't know. Go ahead.
no, you go. I've been going forever.
My bad. I don't. So I don't know any specifics about this case other than they killed their parents. I remember hearing about it like year after year, but like I don't know the specifics. All I have to say is, if the sexual assault allegations are true, anybody who assaults somebody sexually, especially a child, they deserve to die. Fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? That's an unforgivable offense. Um, so I could see why they did it if that was the case. If that's bullshit, I'm sure
No,
there was something.
I definitely think that was really happening. There's enough evidence to prove that.
Right.
And they genuinely did seem afraid
Huh.
of their parents. Like, there was one thing that this actually happened, and they spoke about it on the show as well, is that the mom, of course, she was an alcoholic, always depressed. She tried to kill herself a couple of times, and then the dad was just extremely angry and abusive all the time, and like always, and both parents were molesting them in different
Oh,
ways. But
yeah.
the mom, as I told you guys, like, really liked guns, and they would consistently tell the boys that they hated them, that they didn't want them, that they hated them. And then they brought this up during the trial and on the show, but I guess the parents had planned for all four of them to go on a boat trip to go shark fishing. And they had originally planned for it to be like early in the day, like 10 or 11. And the boys didn't want to go. They were like, I don't want to be alone with them. Like, they're going to kill us. They're definitely going to kill us. Because they would say to them, like, we're going to kill you. And so they really thought that. And then what happened is like the day of, the parents were like, well, we actually changed the boat trip to at night. So they were like, oh, hell no. Because it's like, why would you take your kids, you know, fishing at night? So they thought that they were going to get killed and then like just chucked over the, you know, the boat. But then I think like they did end up going, and then from what I read from like what actually happened is somebody that was on the boat said it was like a really fucked up situation because it was a really cold night, and the boys, I guess, were wearing like practically nothing. Like they didn't have any jackets. Like they were actually freezing, and the parents were all like bundled up and fine. And so the kids were like standing outside on the boat in the middle of the ocean, just like freezing to death. And their parents didn't care. And whoever was on the boat with them saw this and said they looked extremely uncomfortable and terrified. So I don't know. It seemed like there was enough evidence, for what they did. But yeah, I mean, I do think that like when you're abused like that, you clearly get a lot of mental health problems. And so I do, when people say, oh, they were psychotic. Yeah, I do think, there's some of that playing into it as well, because you were abused. Of course, you're going to be a little psycho, and you have tons of fucking money. So I think there's just so much that play into it.
What did they
But
before I let Rob give his opinion? What did they do? Like, why did they have all this money? What's the background of
so
that?
the dad, I have to look it up, but I think he worked for, I think it was RCA Records.
Oh, you said that before.
But
Okay, yeah.
he like discovered the band Menudo, from like the 80s.
Okay.
And so because of that, he made like a ton of money. I think I don't know what we'll have to look it up. He might have been like the president of RCA, but
Well,
they basically have like
regardless, they had money.
millions.
Yeah.
They had a ton of money, like tons. And so I just think, okay, when you're being abused and you already have mental health problems and you have a ton of money, well, I feel like anything could happen. So
What do you think, Rob?
So I think the first distinction you have to make is that we're talking about two different sets of morals and justice. So, like in my book of morals and in my book of justice, yes, if you do that stuff to your kids, you get what's coming to you. But we're talking about the justice system. We're talking about like the penal American just whatever. So the question of self-defense becomes, I'm pretty sure to use self-defense, you have to like somebody has to be in the act of attacking you for you to shoot them. I don't know. And again, like I said, I think the parents had what's coming to them if this is all true. But in terms of if I'm in court, if my parents did something bad to me 4 days ago, and then one day when they were sitting there watching TV, because it sounds like that's what happened. They were sitting around watching TV and the kids rolled up with the shotguns and took them out. Is that
yeah.
Is that enough to get you off? So that's the question of like, Kim Kardashian's visiting the brothers in prison now. She's obviously going to try to get them out of prison. I don't know that they'll let them out of prison, because the question is going to be, well, they're going to say, why didn't you run away from the house? You know what I mean? Which of course there's obvious answers to that.
Well,
But
so
again,
that they brought that up in the trial too. If you were so afraid, why didn't you run away? And then the boys said, well, we did try to run away a number of times, but every time the parents just found them because they have a lot of money. And so, and then you also have to play into the fact that these are like rich boys. They never had to work a day in their life. So I don't know what kind of life skills they have. So them being like, I'm going to run away. Well, that means that they're not going to have the lavish lifestyle that they had. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, it's super complex, and the money does play into it. Because yeah, you got to think. You would think, okay, so if your parents are sitting around on a Sunday watching TV, why don't you literally run out the front door and run to the police station? But then you get these, they've got the mindsets of, and I don't want to, this is for a complete lack of better words, but I would imagine there was a little bit of, well, if we run to the police station and actually get our parents arrested, what were they underage at the time, or were they over 18?
I think they were probably like 19, 20, 21.
Yeah, what would have, I don't think they would have gotten any money. The cops would have just said, okay, we put your parents in prison, but now you're just kind of off on your own. Again, like you said, no life skills, none of you have worked. What are you going to do? So maybe they factored that into it. Yeah, it is complicated because, like I said, I'm pretty sure self-defense, someone has to be in the act of attacking you. It can't be like if Mark threatened me right now, and then a week later I rolled up on him and whatever. Like it's got to be in the act of it.
So I know I always say this because we live on such polar opposite sides of the country that
Yeah.
our laws are so different. I live in a stand your ground state, so it is if you're outside your home, it is you have to be in a threat for your life. So if I'm at the dollar store and a guy comes and he's like, "Fuck you, man, I don't like you," you can't just shoot him. He has to have either a weapon or a gun or a knife, or he's got to be significantly larger than you. So when I say that is say it's a little petite woman and a guy starts punching her in the face, she could actually shoot him and kill him. If it's me, a 250-pound guy, and a guy comes punching me and I kill him, guess what? I'm going to jail. Um, that's the stand your ground thing here. If you're in your home and someone walks through my front door, they don't even have to be armed. I can kill them. I know that sounds crazy, but that's how it is here.
That's good.
Did
That's
they
how it should
live?
be.
Did they live with the parents?
Yeah.
That is not self defense. Hate to say it.
We're
As much as I
we're speaking in penal, because I know me and Mark both think if you do that to your kids, you
right.
get what's coming to you.
Oh, for sure, dude. The fact that they blew away some child molesters, hey, hell yeah. But
Yeah.
like in the justice system,
Yeah.
that is not stand your ground. That is not self defense.
The thing is,
Well, I think one of the reasons why they thought that they would get away with it is because the lawyer that they had, Leslie Abramson, I think her name was, she was well known for getting people off with this kind of issue. Like there was one case that they go over where it was a similar situation where a young boy was being molested for most of his life, and then he killed his dad because of it. And she managed to get the kid off free because she said, well, he was using self-defense. And so she was using that same reason for them. But the first kid, he didn't have money, whereas these are like rich kids. So immediately they're like, well, we're pinning them for the money. On top of that, it didn't really help them that, yeah, like I think it was shortly before the killings, their dad said he was going to take him out of the will because they were, just fucking off so much. So I don't know.
Where did this what state did this happen in also?
In California,
oh
Okay,
yeah,
well, there you
it
go.
happened in
Right
in,
there.
in Beverly Hills.
yeah,
Listen,
they're not getting out.
listen. I'll tell you right now. I know like you guys have lived there your whole life, I assume. So like the laws are just what you know. He could have been in the father could have had a knife to their throat and he could have been actively molesting them, and if he killed them, still wouldn't have been self-defense. It's amazing that we live in the United States, but yet our laws are so vastly different. I call it the divided states
Yeah.
because our laws are so different.
It that depends on how you think of it, because I know back in like back in the colonies, original, like the 13 colonies of America, I think that's how they
Right.
wanted it. They wanted the states to be their own. It's like you look at the Roe v. Wade stuff. The people that aren't a fan of federal Roe v. Wade, they believe in rights to the states. Whereas, I think, yeah, you're right. There should be a good balance of it. But it is crazy how, like, in one state, if someone breaks into your house, you can shoot them, which I completely agree with. And in California, you're damn near expected to run away. Like, I'm in my home. Where do I run to?
I lived in a state that was probably worse gun laws than you guys, New Jersey. They believe in the duty to retreat.
Yeah.
That means that Richard Ramirez comes in and he's raping your wife at gunpoint. I should jump out the window and I should go run for the nearest police officer.
Yeah.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Imagine you're dating your ex girlfriend, you're actively dating this person, and this smelly scumbag comes in and he's fucking her. You're going to grab the nearest thing and you're going to kill him. I don't care if it's a pair of sunglasses. You're going to kill this motherfucker. Now, the fact that we're defending criminals is strange to me. That's the issue I have with liberals. But I'm not going to make it a political post. It's fucked up.
I like the description, first of all, the smelly scumbag fucking Mike.
Because they all said he smelled so
Yeah.
bad.
First of all, I will say, he would have never got to my girlfriend. That's first.
Yeah, amen.
And
I
yeah,
love that.
nobody would ever get to my girlfriend. I mean, I don't have a
Love that.
girlfriend, so
Well,
no,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
If you were, it wouldn't have happened.
But yeah, I am curious to see if maybe if anyone can get him off, it's Kim Kardashian. Honestly, maybe just for the publicity. I don't know. I doubt it because yeah, it's California. But yeah, that is going to be the debate: is it really self defense if they're not actively being harmed in that moment? And even if so,
Yeah,
you never know with California. They could, it's really just going to depend
Gavin
on like the judge.
Gavin Newsom is getting his ass eaten by another man right now, and he doesn't care about somebody who's dying or who's in trouble. And that's the problem I have with these liberal democratic states. And ironically, statistically, the liberal democratic states have the highest rate of crime. Why is that? You come in my house right now, you come in my house right now, you're gonna have a 7.62 fucking round through your head if you come in here to cause me harm. And if you try to hurt my family, that's what's gonna happen.
I hope one day when we're on stream, somebody breaks into Mark's house like while we're on camera. And
I would say that.
I hope it's a very
The guy from earlier who hates me.
he comes in to tell you you're a poser email. Yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting. And of course, anytime there's a Netflix documentary, stuff's gonna pop back up. So I'm not surprised that Kim Kardashian is there, making an appearance. She probably watched the fucking documentary and had her old game plan. It's honestly, I gotta say that is probably the coolest thing Kim Kardashian has done. Her whole thing is she's a lawyer to, get people that are, either falsely accused of crimes or,
Yeah.
Fuck Kim Kardashian.
I wish I could, but I have seen the tape. I think everyone's seen the tape at this point, the her and Ray J tape. It's not very good. It's very, very few angles. She could
I
have done a
think
lot
maybe
better.
it was like a year or two ago. Ray J went onto Instagram and he did a live and he like put them on blast and it was amazing. He was like really angry for some reason. I
The
think
Kardashians.
because like their whole world revolves around the show and everything has to be like scripted and perfect, and so for some reason they needed him on the show, and like Chris was like, well, we need you to say this, and he wasn't having it, so he went on live that night and like put them on blast and then brought up the whole tapes and just explained to the general public exactly what went down with the tapes, and
Yeah.
everybody was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, remember that her mom had her upload them. Like it was her mom's idea.
It was a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a very strange family. But again, I will say I will give at least one kudo to Kim Kardashian for educating herself enough. I'm sure she got to skate by on as little education as possible,
Yeah.
just out of money privilege. But at least she's trying to at least do something that she thinks is right. It's funny because I'm sure her inspiration is her dad, and I think OJ obviously killed the fucking people, so I don't think that's a good inspiration to have. But I get where she's coming from. If I was the judge, and Kim Kardashian came to me with the Menendez brothers and said, "Here's the evidence," and they showed me what the parents were doing, I would say let him out. Let him out. The state's going to pay him $1 billion. They're going to start the most banger podcast of all. They would start a podcast 1000%. It would be huge. But yeah, no, they might not because it's California. California might say.
Well, I think they also are. They're both married.
Yeah,
they've been married. Yeah, they've been. Yeah,
me and Rob are single, but the
they've
Menendez
met
brothers,
women in jail, and each of them have been married for like 20 plus years.
They're rich though.
We just gotta get locked up though. Yeah, but fucking Charlie Manson wasn't rich. The fuck?
Yeah, but Charlie Manson had something to say.
We got something to say.
Dude, I got a little bit to say, but I got nothing to say like Charlie Manson had to say. O.J. Simpson was the freest black man in America. O.J. Simpson was
hey now, I'm all around you.
Yeah.
Around you.
I have a buddy. I won't get into names. But some people in chat might pick up on this. I have a buddy who I think he jokingly says that OJ was innocent. I can't tell if he's serious or not.
It's crazy talk.
I think he says it as kind of like a when he's hanging out with the homies, you know, he fucks around and he's like, yeah, OJ was innocent. His big thing, his one like piece of evidence that he tried to tell me was that OJ was too stupid to plan a murder and get away with it. But I was like, he didn't plan it. That's the thing. It wasn't a planned. It was a rage murder. He just saw some shit going on and crashed out and killed these people. So I was like, okay, I like your point. He is too stupid to get away with murder, but he didn't plan anything to get away with it. He just got lucky because he was rich and he got he had the right lawyers.
Yeah, but you said he had the money for the right representation. If you had that kind of money that he had, I'm not saying get away with anything, but guess what? Your fucking chances of getting away are a lot fucking
Oh,
higher.
yeah, look at one of my favorite cases is Vince Neil, Motley Crue in the 80s. I feel like I've talked about Motley Crue so many times on this
You
fucking show.
have. I love Motley Crue though, so that's okay.
When Vince Neil got drunk and drove Razzle, he killed Razzle in a drunk driving accident, and he permanently injured the people in the other car. Drunk driving, killed one person, permanently disabled two other people, paid $1 million, spent like a week in jail, and he had to do community service. His community service was literally making commercials because he was a celebrity. He made commercials that said, don't drink and drive. And that was his whole entire punishment for killing a person who was his friend. And permanently disabling two other people. And I love Motley Crue, but it's a perfect example of
So, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's a perfect example of when you have money, you can kind of do whatever.
So it looks like the Menendez brothers don't have any money because they inherited 14 million after their parents died, and then they quickly spent about $1 million. But then it says, because in the show they also spoke about this too, how after the first trial, the lawyers were like, you don't have any more money. And so the one lawyer started working for them pro bono. But it says that under California law, convicted murderers are not allowed to profit from their crimes,
Oh yeah,
meaning that they did not inherit the rest of their parents' estate.
Well, no, wait, that's totally different. What that law means is that you can't write a book and sell it and make money. So inheriting their parents' money is not profiting from their crimes. But that's more like if I'm Charles Manson, I'm not allowed to write a book in prison and then have it published because serial killers used to be able to do that. They used to be able to write a book and sell it and they would make money. And of course, true crime fans would buy it.
Well, it says here the majority of the Menendez fortune was used up in legal proceedings and liquidated to cover debts and lawsuits filed against the estate. Today, the brothers live without any significant financial resources. Their once vast inheritance is now long gone.
And that must have been a wildly expensive trial.
Yeah, but I mean, they were also like, I don't know how well, I mean, I could see this happening, but okay. So for instance, the one brother, he was like, I don't know if he had like alopecia, but he basically started balding at like a very young age. And so in the show, they show this scene and like he was actually balding in real life at very young, and he wore like a toupee. And so I think in prison, like he charged a couple $1,000 for like a new toupee. So they were like, and they were consistently asking for like hairspray and like just like rich stuff.
And then also remember the time they spent after their parents' death before they got arrested. They were spending a shit ton of money on cars and jewelry and tennis lessons and shit. So
yeah, it says they spent $1 million between when their parents died and like 700,000.
Oh, that's actually not a lot then. I mean, compared to what their parents probably had.
Yeah, well, they inherited 14 million, so they had about 13 million. But I mean, I'm thinking like, okay, if they hired Leslie Abramson, who I would kind of see that as like the female equivalent of like whoever worked on OJ's trial, like how much is a lawyer like that gonna charge per hour? A fucking ton.
Yeah.
And then it's like, they need those lawyers for years because there was a mistrial 2 years later. So it's like, okay, that's gonna use up the 14 million like real quick.
That would suck. That would really suck to kill your parents, take the money, and then you got like how long were they free before they got arrested? Like a month, a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like a couple weeks.
Dude, I would go out. I'd spend the entire $14 million. First of all, I could. People say, how do you run through it? I could spend $14 million in a month. I would bet you $14 million.
First, people that say that must have never done drugs before.
I was gonna say, dude, get me a steady fentanyl dealer again. I will spend $14 million in 1 month, and I will make sure I die before that month is over, so that I don't get arrested for my crimes.
I used to spend $1,000 in a fucking weekend. That's 2 days.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, we used to. At one point in my addiction, I was spending the least detailed way I try to put it is that I was spending stripper money on heroin every day, and it's
well, it looks like they are
Stripper
at
money.
the correctional facility in San Diego as of 2024. I wonder if we sent them a letter if they would respond.
I
You guys want to be on a talk show?
Did I tell you guys that I sent? Did I tell you guys that I sent Jodi Arias a letter?
Who is that?
No.
She's like the most famous. I think they call him like Black Widow killer. She killed her boyfriend. She's from California, but she killed her boyfriend in Arizona. I sent her a letter a few weeks ago. I know it takes him a while to respond. It was very nice. I tried to kiss her ass. I told her she was pretty. She is pretty. And I sent her some pictures of myself, just trying to be like, oh, I want to get to know you and blah, blah, blah. I feel like she has I know for a fact she has access to the internet in prison. So if I get a letter back from her, I want to talk about it here, but I'm kind of worried that like she'll find my video and then get mad at me for like writing her a letter. But I would still want to bring it up and read it.
Do you put like, so when you write a letter to these kinds of people, like you put your own returning address on there? Like that's crazy. Like they know
that's
where
the
you
shit
live.
that's the shit that Jay does. And I'm like, aren't you worried?
She's in prison.
But I know, but I feel like I would need to like get a PO box or something.
I'm not spending that much money on that shit. What's she gonna do? What's she gonna break out?
She's like, I'm escaping. I'm coming here.
First of all, if she broke out and showed up in my house, I would seduce her and have sex with her. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes.
You know, that's the first thing that would be happening. I'd be flipping my hair all over the place. But, yeah, no, what's she gonna do? You know.
But and then like also like what do you say? Like, hey, you don't know me, but like what's up? Like what do you say? I'm
trying to remember. I wish I had the letter. I would read it. Like just read the whole thing. It's just hi, my name is Rob. I am this I said like I've watched a lot about you. I literally tried to be as nice as I said I've watched a lot about you, but I think a lot of people have you all wrong.
Yes.
I'm this many years old. This is where I live.
Connected.
I just wanted to I just wanted to get to know you. I said, I know you like to sing because there's videos of her singing. I said, I know you. Jay thought this was hilarious. I said, I love your singing voice. I play guitar. I wish we could play music together. I said we could be like Mazzy Star or Fleetwood Mac.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What is that sound?
That's our soundboard.
Oh my god!
No, I gotta.
It sounds like someone's moaning.
It does.
It's so bad. I just said because what Rob said to the girl, I was like, bruh.
I gotta upload the sounds. I'm pretty sure I could do the soundboard idea.
Whoa. Sorry.
If I upload WAV files of sounds.
I love your letter though to that person.
Oh yeah, no.
I just love how you were like, my name is Rob. I am this many, I am this age. And this is where I live. It's like, okay, well, just why don't you tell her your social security at that point? Like, just tell her everything about you.
One of the things that's funny is that so her case basically is she was dating a guy and she was kind of obsessed with him, and he ended up breaking up with her to get with another girl. And that's kind of the start. Like this was out of jealousy and her getting turned down by this guy. I didn't even think about it until after I sent her the letter, but I told her about my hard breakup with the girl I was with for like 5 years, and I said, I want to know like how you deal with rejection because I have a hard time with it. And I didn't think about like, oh, that she kills people. That's how she deals with rejection. So I hope she
That
doesn't,
might have been genius.
I hope she
That
doesn't
might
think
have been genius.
I hope she doesn't think I'm like being sarcastic or rude. But
She's like,
yeah,
"Oh my god, you got rejected. I want to have sex with you
yeah,
now."
no, that's yeah. So I asked her, and I was being serious. I was like, "Oh, I wonder how you guys want to hear how far I'm willing to go." I literally said, "I wonder how you deal with rejection." Oh, but you're very pretty. I doubt you ever deal with much rejection, is what I wrote in the letter. So
Oh, if she writes back, you got to read it on stream.
I'm
So
expecting
like
her to.
so to like find where these people are, it's just like in the public records, like where you send
Yeah.
like letters.
You can literally
Yep.
Google Jodi Arias PO box. Yeah.
Fucking Jay has about 15 serial killers have his home address. Like
So nice.
he's a nice guy. I like Jay, but he's like, yeah, my ex-girlfriend thought it was weird that I wrote to these guys. I don't know why.
Well, who
Yeah.
is he all writing to besides Tiger King?
He writes to fucking Tiger King. He writes to fucking
Tex Watson.
Tex Watson. He's wrote to hold on. He's got
Wow.
the guy Todd Colehelp from South Carolina who kept a girl in a fucking cage and sexually assaulted her. He's written to
What is he saying? Like just like big
you want me
fan?
to read you want me to read it to you? He's just like, hey man, how's everything going? What's up? What's life like? I have the Jay's a cool dude. He
Oh
sent
my
me
god, I love this.
He sent me a letter in the mail that he got from one of the. I'd have to pull it out of my box. It's down here, and I don't want to do it right now. But he sent me a letter that they wrote back to him, and yeah, it's literally just like, "Oh, hey Jay, yeah, when I'm in prison, I like to listen to music on my radio and eat top ramen. What do you like to paint? What do you like? Like, it's pen pal shit."
the one
That
guy
is
was
so
like
funny.
the one guy was like, send pictures if you can. No nudes though. Like
Yeah,
like it's funny.
the cops have to look through everything. So
Yeah,
a
yeah.
a cop is going to see my letter and think I'm like some obsessed boy fan of Jodi Arias, which I don't care. But it's kind of funny knowing that a cop's going to look at your stuff.
That is
But
so
it
bizarre.
made me think of Dahmer because Dahmer would write, he was so sneaky. He's like, please send me fully clothed pictures of you in a handstand crab walk position because he would take his dead bodies and splay them like that.
Oh
So
my
he
God.
wanted that. And there's these sick fucks that are sending them. I like Jay. I'm not saying he's a sick fuck, but like
Jay's a sick fuck,
you,
but he'll acknowledge that.
you got to watch.
I mean, I guess I would be like, so what kind of books do you read in there? You know, like what else am I supposed to say?
One guy's like, another the Todd Colehelp guy. I loved how he opened the one letter. He said, Jay sent it to me. He said, hey Jay, hope you're well. Another day at the zoo. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, some people write to prisoners as like good Samaritan work. They're like, oh, well, they're lonely. You want to keep them on the right track. If they're too lonely, they might start killing people in prison.
That's crazy.
So you could do it.
But don't you think these big guys are getting like tons of letters?
Oh yeah, that's why
They
it takes them so long to write back.
They are.
Like, are they
Yeah.
just in their cells like writing letters all day?
If Jodi writes me back, I won't get it for months. Honestly, probably.
You'll have sex with a inmate woman who's good looking, absolutely. A murderer, whatever.
I would.
You know who I really,
That's
really think's attractive?
crazy.
You know who I really
Who?
think's attractive is Casey Anthony.
She is. Have you seen her recently, dude?
Yeah,
Dude,
I have.
She has a huge ass.
She's hot. And I used to post this meme every summer and people hated it. It was summer. It was the meme. It said summer. It was Casey Anthony. And it said COVID, my summer plans. And it was the kid.
Dude, look
People
at
don't
those.
like that.
Look at those thighs.
She's thick, dude.
Look at those hips. Look at those
Oh.
hips. Look at those hips and buns.
She's thick, dude.
Yeah, Casey Anthony is hot.
But
She's
don't
hot.
you feel like when they write back to you, you basically have kind of like a historical artifact in a sense?
Yeah, a lot of people sell the letters on websites.
That's crazy.
Casey Anthony could rape me. I would not press charges against her.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Oh, yeah, hold on, wait, let's see what this says.
Rob goes, Jesus Christ.
I follow a dude on TikTok who got access to a phone in prison and plays Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle all day. That's hilarious. Yeah, prisoners get phones too. Like Charlie Manson used to get cell phones in prison, and that's how he would talk
Bro, I
to.
would love to text Charles Manson.
I would imagine it'd be a wild time.
What the fuck was that? That was like some kind of like noise at my door that was like a scraping noise. That's weird.
Oh, someone's trying to break in.
It's the guy that was on our stream.
It's the guy. He's coming to tell Mark he's a poser emo.
It's weird.
Shit. What was I gonna say? Casey Anthony totally killed her baby.
Obviously.
Yeah, like that's the craziest. You know, there's a story about so her lawyer was Jose Baez, and he was one of the assistant lawyers for the OJ case. And there's stories about Casey Anthony obviously had no money when she was on trial. So there's stories from like some of Jose Baez's like assistants that they'd like knock on Jose Baez's door to do some work, and they'd open the door and there'd be Casey Anthony in his room naked. So a lot of the theory is that she was. I heard that noise too.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Wait, that was me. I like my cup hit the table.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but that happened twice.
I don't know. Is it do you have wind?
Yeah, go
I
check
have
it out.
Cameras. Yeah. Rob's like, check it out. Mark gets murdered on stream. Highest views we've ever had.
Yeah, we need views. Please go check out the strange
Dude,
sound.
it's like emo music, comma, Menendez brothers, comma,
Mark gets murdered.
on stream.
You gotta take one.
Like
gotta-
we end with that.
You gotta take one for the team.
I live in a really good neighborhood, but there's still crime everywhere.
We'll be bigger than the Talk Tua podcast if that happens.
Oh God.
We could call it.
You know, I bet you we could get her on here.
No, she's big time now. It sucks to admit.
Stand her, dude.
It sucks to admit, but she's big time now.
She has hangers though. I love how you thought hangers was bad.
I thought you were saying it was a bad thing. I didn't know.
No,
I mean,
hangers.
It's a case by case basis to me. Some of them I'm fine with, some of them I don't like. But I've had some that I like.
Dude, my what do you call it? Standards have went so low that like whatever, dude.
See, that's the problem with
You know, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's a problem with me that I'm noticing is as I get older, my standards are not lowering. So like I'm gonna have to try to find a 21-year-old girl, and that's not gonna be easy because I'm not rich. So this YouTube thing really needs to work out so I can find a 21-year-old girl. to
How
marry.
old are you though?
I'm fucking 31. I'm old.
Dude, yeah, but you're not fat. Like I'm fat, right? So like you're in decent shape.
No, you're not fat. You need to get with the times. It's a dad bod, okay?
I got a dad bod. You're in decent shape. You got the long hair. Girls love that.
My hair's
And you got a
dead.
good
My long hair is like dead as shit though, and I really
Hair's
want to cut
dead.
it. I'm really gonna cut it sometime in the near future, I swear. But
But
No,
yeah,
I'm-
you don't got it as bad as you think you do.
I'm just
You know,
a scrawny standard white dude. There's nothing special about me. Is the
They
problem?
love that though.
you know who we could probably get on is like old Hollywood people, like
I
old
love that.
Hollywood people. Because a lot, like, okay, so I know like down the road from me, there's this like old folks home, and it's called like the Television and Picture Motion Picture Fund or something like that. And it's literally an old people's home just for old people from Hollywood. And like they're not doing anything all day. And like
Go over there.
you can talk to them. Like they're probably in their like 70s, 80s, 90s.
Are you literally talking about going to an old person's home to find guests? For the
I'm
show?
not going to do that. I'm just saying that, like, so for instance, one of my friends, she was like writing this book on Marilyn Monroe. It was just like a fiction. And it had like a Marilyn Monroe basis. And she needed to find information by somebody that like knew her. So there was some woman that was like really good friends with Marilyn that was in old Hollywood, and she somehow just like found her phone number in the public records and just straight up called her and said, "Hey, like you don't know me, but I do this." And then the woman just like spoke to her because they're just like they're grannies. You know.
That would be sick. Speaking of old Hollywood people, my dad used to bartend at a club in New York, and they had like a celebrity like thing there, and who did he make a drink for? Fucking Al Lewis, the Grandpa
from the
Munster.
Munsters.
He said he was the most down to earth, nicest guy. Like, if you look into him, dude, he gave so much money to like children's charities, and he was just like a great person. And he also met Maury Povich. Pretty interesting. Said
Yeah.
he was cool too.
Yeah, I'd always heard Al Lewis was a good guy. You know who I want on the show is Jimmy Kimmel because I want to whoop the
Fuck.
shit. But yeah, I don't know, Annie. You keep talking about these guests. You're the booker for the show.
Yeah, you're the fucking LA. You're the girl that everybody likes on the stream. They think you're attractive, so go for it. Go for it. Use
Well,
your looks.
No,
um,
but I mean, you're the Hollywood person here. Like you keep talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. No, it's we'll see what we can do. It takes time, you know. You can't just like go up to these people and pitch.
Yeah. We have
So
about four. We have 4 followers. Are you done?
What do
I
you
would
got?
shit my pants.
listen,
I would shit my pants if you got Meatloaf's daughter on here.
we just need to start off with Tim next week, and then we're gonna go from there.
What do you guys think about? What do you guys think about the paranormal guy we're having on?
I'm
I think it's
curious
gonna be
to know.
awesome.
I'm okay. I want to know if it's gonna be like a guy that comes on camera and he's just like jacking it, and it's just like
I'm curious about that too.
Yo, imagine it's
you know,
all a lie and he just comes on camera, ruins us.
To try
yeah,
to try and combat that, I told him that what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring him on before we go live when we're all on screen together.
yeah.
And we're gonna talk to him first, and then I'm gonna click him off. You know, like I can click you off. Like, hold on,
Hey,
like
fuck
that.
you, man.
I'm gonna click him off, and then we'll talk, and then I'll click him on when we're in the middle of. So he'll have to sit there and watch
Mhm.
us, kind of like when we had Tim on, and Tim sat there and watched us for like 2 minutes while we finished
Yeah.
talking about. That's what I'm gonna do, because yeah, he has no presence. His Instagram has nothing, so I really can't get a good reading on it.
Fucking ball torture.
Yeah, that's funny. I didn't realize I could change our positions.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I think anybody that is interested in paranormal stuff, I love that. I know you guys do too. And I'm excited for that.
Who is Zach Baggins?
I've heard that
Frodo.
name.
I think it's gonna be cool. If he does that as a hobby, he's probably got a good like cemetery stories. I'm cool for that.
Yeah, Zach Baggins is the guy from Ghost Adventures.
Yeah. Oh
Have
yeah.
you guys ever done a Ouija board in a graveyard or cemetery?
I'm totally against that.
I was
Why?
supposed to one
Why?
night.
Why you of all people? I think you'd be cool with it.
No, I'm totally against it because when you use that kind of stuff, you're basically opening like a portal to anything, which I don't.
Well, I
You're
did
not
it, and
You're not protected. So it's
yeah.
basically like a giant bad omen.
So I did it.
But that's my personal view, and there
Right.
are other witches that think that. But I do know witches that are like, "Fuck it, I like the craziness," and will just
That's how
ask for
So
anything to come in.
so we did it after our friend died, and he died, and he was like he wanted to be like a rapper. He was like this like amateur like rapper, really good guy. His name was Joe Stoopy. He wound up dying, and like when we went there, like we didn't even ask questions about him, and people were like, spirit, like what did you do in your past life? And it said like rapper, and I thought my friend was moving it, so I like took my hands off of it, and so did he, and the shit was moving on its own. Pretty crazy. We took pictures. There was orbs and shit. Then we took pictures at my friend's house, and there was orbs there. I thought that was pretty crazy. But speaking of ghost adventures, I have a funny story. Um, I went to this bar in Brick, New Jersey, and I wound up meeting this chick who she worked for Sci-Fi for the camera crew for Ghost Hunters, and my friend wound up talking to her friend. Anyway, we went back to their house. My friend bangs the one girl. I bang the girl that works for the Ghost Hunters thing. We back out drunk. My friend's driving. He's drunk. We back out. He hits a parked car, and he's like, "What should I do?" I said, "Well, if you want a DUI, you should just hang around." You know? So we leave. He's married, by the way. So he's cheated on his wife. Horrible person. So we got to Quick Check. I don't know if you guys have them in California. Anyway, it's a Hyundai Sonata, and he's like, "These fucking Koreans know how to make a vehicle. There's nothing wrong with
Jesus.
the car." Bro, the car was fucking smashed on one side. We were so drunk we didn't know. She woke up, his wife woke up to go to work. The car was smashed. He had a divorce, but I just think of Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters of that night. Pretty crazy. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude! It's the fucking the ghost hunters part is the funniest part. That just happened to be like a fucking camera.
Yeah, yeah. She was like, I don't want to be like rude to whoever here. Like, I'm overweight. I get it, but like she was like really. She told me like she was really overweight at one time and got like surgery done. Just use your imagination. It's just weird having sex with somebody like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've got a few good.
Yeah.
I've never Ouija boarded in a cemetery. I was supposed to one night, but my friend backed out. I've Ouija boarded a small handful of times, and every time I've had something weird. I've never had something weird happen, but I've had it say weird things to me in the group that I was with. I wish I could do it now, but I can never get anyone. No one will do that shit.
Imagine seeing the thing moving on its own. That's what I saw.
Yeah, I've tried to do that because where I live now, there's definitely at least one fucking ghost around here. I have a board, but I prefer to do it the ghetto way. I like to get a notebook and draw your own, and then use a penny for the planchette. That's just how I was taught to do it when I was in high school. So I've left it out in my room before, trying, when it was like, I'm gonna go about my day. If I come back and the penny's somewhere else, cool. But it didn't do that. But I know there's some shit here where I'm living. I just haven't gotten a chance to try and do anything with it. But yeah, I've done it a handful of times, and it always said some weird shit. I know it wasn't me moving it. I know it wasn't the fucking blonde girl I did it with one time with moving it. I know it wasn't the buddy I was doing it moving it. Like it's definitely done some weird shit. I have an actual Ouija board that I hate because it's literally a board from like Spirit Halloween that I got one year. So that's part of why I like to do it on the notebook instead. I hate when like the mysticism of stuff gets ruined by like marketing. Like I hate that I got this Aleister Crowley book on Amazon. I hate that I bought the Satanic Bible on Amazon. It just kind of like, oh, it's not cool anymore, but I don't know where else to get this from. So like I want to go to a library and have an old hag sell me the Ouija board or the book.
I gotta talk to my mom. She had a exorcism done in her house in North New Jersey, and there was some crazy shit that went on. She doesn't want to talk about it a lot. I gotta like sit her down and be like, "What happened?" And tell the story.
All right, I gotta go because it's been 2 hours and I have to go do things.
It's been 1 hour and 52 minutes, you fucking bum.
I got things to do.
I know.
I'm
I'm
Oh, you're too cool for us now.
Listen.
I got things to do. I gotta go talk to Andy Dick.
I know, yeah.
Well, this chat was wild tonight.
It was.
Yeah, it really was. Good time,
It was
Annie.
good.
I hate, dude. Eventually, when I get better at like technology, I need to switch over to like an actual streaming platform because I want to do a chat overlay, but I hate this.
Yeah.
There's chat overlays where I would like it to just show up like next to where Annie is on this like that little corner right there, instead of taking over half the fucking screen. But the platform that I use is just bullshit. But I'm too stupid to use OBS. I guess I should try to figure that out. I've been talking about that forever, but
We did 2 hours tonight.
we're usually pretty close to 2 hours. We're between an hour and a half and 2 hours every night usually.
Well, tomorrow I'll start promoting Tim's interview. I spoke to him today. He said he was very excited to see us again.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He's cool.
He's very excited, and you guys can ask whatever you want.
Yeah.
He's gonna refute his claims against him.
What's it like to sleep in a coffin?
Yeah.
Is he going to talk about like he's just going to talk about whatever?
Yeah, I told him that we would ask him about his music, so he'll talk about that. And then I think he thinks that you guys are going to ask him about that guy.
Oh, hell yeah.
You can definitely
We
do
are.
that.
He's fucking
then,
right.
yeah, and then you can just ask him about like whatever else you want to. I don't think there's really,
Do vampires use contraception or
Oh,
not?
that's a good one.
But why would they?
Right.
Exactly.
Garlic flavored condoms, anyone?
Well, no, that would just scare the girl away, I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
That would scare me
disgusting.
away, and I'm not a vampire.
That's pretty gross.
But yeah, tonight was cool. I don't want to say. I hope our buddy Globstar comes back like on a Wednesday or Saturday because he was cool.
Yeah.
He was a cool dude, and I wish him the absolute best in his situation that he's dealing with.
Yeah, he seemed like he was going through it. Hopefully, he's listening to Boys Night Out, doing all right. I hope eventually our guy 0013491 comes back to.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy, dude.
Mark is a scammer.
Like, fuck him, dude. At first, I thought it was somebody I knew, but now I'm like, man, he doesn't know me.
Next time he comes on, I will click Annie and me out of the screen and just have Mark versus the just to see how it goes.
Oh, man.
I was like, it's funny because we never had anybody like do that. Like in my mind, I was like, yo, these people are asking like,
Why are you highlighting this comment?
Because it's hilarious.
like, what would you have done if I was like really upset about it? Like start screaming, like you'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck, dude?"
I would say this is the television I've always wanted. We should keep doing this.
Yeah, that was good.
Mark's a scammer. Mark doesn't even know about emo culture. Mark doesn't have a job.
Yeah, he called you out on the emo thing. We should start, if that ever happens, we should start beefing. We should just start beefing with comments.
Start throwing fists.
Yeah, you need to have your judge wig on, and that'll
Yo, it's happening. I'm buying that shit.
get the gavel. Oh, people are gonna be like saying, who is this old fuck?
Mark can't beef with people with the judge wig on because he's the judge. It would have to happen like if somebody was beefing with me or you, then Mark would step in and say,
hear ye.
Yeah, but as far as that, yeah,
I'm so pumped for that.
Yeah, are you gonna like have like a big red like cape you put over or something?
I'm gonna buy the robe. I'm gonna buy the robe and everything. I'm gonna get fucking silly. I'm gonna get silly with it. I can't wait.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah, the Halloween stream will be good. We should do a little bit more I don't want to say like talk more horror movies, but we'll talk about Halloween stuff. Because we're on Halloween Eve as a Wednesday, so it'll be good.
I'm so excited for October. You have no idea.
I usually love wintertime, but this wintertime is going to be kind of a drag. Yeah, I'm predicting. I have a lot of dates coming up in this wintertime that are going to be kind of a bummer. But
I just see you in fetal position, just in blankets.
That's pretty much how I live my life. When I'm not here, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Me too. Are you kidding me? Look at me. I'm in this house by myself. Hello. Nobody answers. Ever.
Well, apparently that guy is outside your house to call you out on your poser emo status.
Oh my God. What the fuck was that?
And then we got to get this person back on too. Because I want to see this guy.
What a date is.
Mexico.
Yeah, I want to see his niece. And he wants Annie there too. So you and Mark have to go there. He didn't offer me anyone. I'm very offended.
Felipe Esteban Chavo.
He didn't offer any.
Yeah, no, he didn't have a sister for me. He didn't have a cousin for me.
He didn't give you a sacrifice.
Bro, if this motherfucker makes me street tacos with the corn tortilla, I'm in the family. I'm ready to go.
All right, I'm gonna go. I gotta go now.
All right, yeah.
It's getting ridiculous.
I'll log off.
Okay, all right. I'll see you.